All right, so is it recording? One, two, boom. Right, so today will most likely be one of the most important videos because today we'll be understanding the structure, what's happening lately in the gold or even in the Euro USD markets, okay? Because even though you might see that it's been pretty bearish, but there are many several things in the lower time frames, in the higher time frame, which are denoting several indications, okay? So this might be one of the best, maybe structural videos I'm going to be making. And also one thing, there's one huge announcement. I'll mostly do it in the later in this video. So let's just start the video. I'll just keep my camera frame very small for this one. And I know the mic is pretty fucked up, but I'm soon looking into buying new headphones for myself. So let's get into it. Yeah, you've probably guessed it, but the thing which we're going to be talking about and which I was anticipating from the last weeks is this, right? So, see, it got tapped in today, literally, quite literally today. So, main thing, let's see what was going on until the auction. So, price was overall bearish, and the last one, two, three in the early time frames was one, two, and three. So this was like the H1 A plus, and this was the M15 A plus. Okay, so right. Okay, so that was like the one two latest one two three in the market, which denotes the bias for the entire day. And today, as you might know, it's overall bearish. And even though I was looking for some trades right here on the bearish side, but it didn't got played. So there's one huge reason behind it also. So I'll discuss it later in this video. So let's get over to a much more cleaner chart. Right. See, this is like the 15 chart right here. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Where was the trade? I think I deleted it by chance. So, okay, so this was a trade that I was planning. It was at 4587 at around Lana session today. So around here, maybe around here. No, 4587, right? Somewhere around here. Let's check that out. It was M15 A plus cells. Okay, so let's see where was the M15 A plus cells. This was the level also exactly. 4587. Oh, oh shit, wait a second, wait a second. There's a video which was uploading. I accidentally cut it. This is like the shared channel of me and Preetham. I think it's published. Come on, it's published. Oh, it's got fucked. No idea. Wait, I'll just 2 minutes, okay, guys, 2 minutes. It's like,
Hey, this is
what about the thumbnail? Okay, it will come. So yeah, let's talk about our answer 4587. So so it's somewhere around. Yeah, I can say it. This is like an internal A plus, okay? Right, right. Let's see it here. Okay. So my plan basically was to short at this level. So what did I discuss? Short plan. It's not a short plan entry on confirmation candle. No confirmation candle here, so I was updating every single thing, even though there's only me in this trade room. Where this would have been like this is very exclusive, okay? I know I don't have any successful things yet, but everything has a start. So this is very private. No confirmation candle, no direct for direct entries. I hope you're risk-free on 1:1. So for direct entries right here, okay, consider stop loss. 37. It almost gave risk-free. We're like 30 and 30. See, 30, 30 risk-free right here. But I was waiting for confirmation candle pretty much around here, maybe even around here, but it never gave. Market never gave confirmation candle, and that is why I avoided trading in this little consolidation range because I don't want to make the mistake which I did yesterday. I don't want to trade without confirmation. I mean, yesterday I never did any mistake. I mean, I see one thing I also want to update is come on, quick. I made a little tweak on yesterday. Yesterday, it was while I was reviewing this today, once again, the day was, I mean, the trades were actually good. Why? Because I followed my strategy, my plan exactly. The only fundamental mistake that I did was like trade on the A plus, trade on the A plus with someone else, like someone else's uh, trade or like trade selection. That was the only not good thing which we did. But overall, we did everything good. So there's no chance in hell that I'm gonna be putting a bad trade right here. See, I know even I told it previously that if you're pretty obsessed with these good days, later on you will be obsessed with putting a new good day, even if it's a bad day fundamentally. So I know maybe yesterday I have discussed this, but if I look at it with a much more clear mind, with clarity, then I think this is a very good trades. I mean, these are very good trades. See, the only thing that I did mistake is don't follow anyone except mentor. So even see, even if my mentor would have been trading with me right here, he would have taken a trade right here. So on that basis, I'm not talking on that basis. I'm just actually saying that overall trade management, risk management, and overall planning of the trades was very good. But only one thing that I did mistake was trade selection. So that's the only reason. And not only because of that, it doesn't mean that the trades were bad, basically, because A plus is fucking A plus, right? So good day. I mean, good trades, not good good trades. Okay. Even though it resulted in loss, but good trades. This was one tweak, and today's trade didn't play out. And see, unusual buying. And I even told it on the Telegram group. Unusual buying before on the session. Stay away, no confirmation, no entry. But later on, what did I update? My bad, no unusual buying. This is double bottom level from the M15 change of character setup. We missed the longs, but it's not a problem. We didn't take a loss either. Some retracement now, but don't get FOMO. I repeat, don't enter at 12:36. 12:36, right around here. So I knew price is gonna retrace because this is like, what the heck is this buying? And overall is like bias over bias is still sells. So see, this is like a very good retracement of maybe like 150 pips. Okay, the main thing which I am going to be talking about is M15 change of character, right? Because the overall structure is a little complex. You know what? I'll just do the structure marking on a new chart. So for that purpose, I open the chart right here. Okay, 15 minutes, right? So instead of doing it from the way way behind. I'll be doing the last one entry in the market. So this is basically the last one entry in the market. See, this is one, and this high won't be considered. Okay, this is the actual high. So CH1, and then this is the 1035. There's one major significance of marking these 1035s. Okay, I'll tell you later in this video. This is the low, which gave a change of character right here. Right, so bullish to bearish change of character. Right, bearish change of character. Now, after change of character, how do we mark our levels? How do we mark the structure? Either we mark it from the double top level, like the extreme levels, or we mark it from the entire block or the entire zone. Say this is like the where's this is like the entire change of character zone, right? So we mark either from these zones high, the recent high after the zone, or from the double top level. It's basically the same thing. So we'll be marking from above this zone. So value retracement, okay, confirm low one, right? Now this is like the confirmed high, and it gave a change of character right here. That's bullish. Okay. And one more thing to take note is it directly gave a bullish change of character right here. But after giving this bullish change, wait a second. This is like the 10-3 low, right? At the level of 3. So after giving a bullish change of character, we are bullish now, right? This is like the which didn't get played out. So for this is like the QML A plus, and this is like the actually this one. Let's keep it this one as per the strategy. So double bottom A plus and the RBS, which didn't get played out. I mean the SBR. Oh, sorry, the RBS actually. RBS, which didn't get played out very well, but the A plus did give us the like a very good momentum, and even the double top also gave a few momentum right here, and then again it took the liquidity, but it gave again good momentum. So these are two levels, okay, which got played out. So let me only mark the A plus right here. Right, the A plus. Now, if you can recall, if market gives another change of character right here, and this is not a change of character, but this would have been, this not would have been, this is our dual change of character if market closes two candles consecutively over the level of 3 or below the level of 3. So now it has successfully created a dual change of character, which means the market is again bearish. This is one of the most important things, and I'm witnessing in live market. Okay, at around 27th, I mean, until yesterday, I was like, I was not. I mean, I wasn't aware of if whether the market will give a dual change of character or anything. But today, when I was going through my notes and going through my strategy, I just realized that holy shit, actually there is some shit happening in the market, and it is basically so. After dual change of character, there comes three levels, and these are now selling levels. Okay, because what's the because? That's the main thing. What's the because? A plus sells, and then this is like level of 3. So, and this is from the turning point, level of 4, right? So these are some levels, and as you can see, the SBR It got played out very well, and I was pretty unaware of this until yesterday. And as you can see, almost like the A plus also got played out very well. Just you see, this is like a SBR, which got played very, very clearly. Like this is like a sexy textbook entry, a evening star. I will be hoping until here, but market maybe never. Oh, it did. It did give. Oh, almost, almost. So it almost gave a TP. It's like the exact TP of the exact entry. Okay, got played out once, and now for A plus. Let's see. I know it's 5 in the morning, but still, let's see if it got played out with proper confirmation. This zone is way too big, so we'll take change of character confirmations, right? Let's see the path. So 1, 2, credit retracement. 1, 2, credit retracement. So here 2 and maybe 3, right? So if market closes below this level, it'll give a valid change of character, and it did. There will be 3 levels: A plus, SBR, double top, which is basically overlapping with the A plus. So according to my observation, this is a valid level. If I even consider a little tap into this zone, holy shit! Look at this! Look at this thing! Exact confirmation right here. 3 stop loss. Let's keep it like over this range. 40 100 pips easy till these lows, or maybe if the this is like this would have been like the final TP. These lows, exactly. Once it flips done and dusted on the change of character level, right? This is the power of like managing down or like funneling down your setups, and even this double top or like the A plus even played out. But you know what? If there is one level which got played out once very properly, like exactly on a setup, then the other levels has a probability to play out, but it won't give that much of a good momentum as compared to like the other ones. I mean, until up until now that I've seen, this is like the overall view of this setup, this lower time frame change of character setup. So, and also, even if you consider, let's say, the 5 waves, where is it? Where the fuck is this 5 wave? Okay, see, no retracement. No, 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 no. Retracement. 1, 2, 3. Change of character. No, not valid. But if market gives a closing below this level, there will be a valid change of character, which it did. Now there comes 3 levels. 1, and basically it didn't got tapped in. Or it did later on maybe. Let's see. No, it didn't. Kind of did, but we don't know. So where was I? Okay, delete this one. Okay, so this was like the dual change of character levels. I'll delete the other ones. I'll keep it like this. Now, let's mark our structural marking. Let's do a structural marking. Again, 15 minutes. After the dual change of character, how do we mark our structure? That is the main important thing. Now, it is advised to mark from the double top level, I mean the highest level. But since this is only the highest level, we'll be marking structure from this level only. Okay. Now, market is turned into dual change character to bearish. To bear. So clearly, one, two, and then this is one, which we even played out yesterday. Two, which took our stop loss and even did some natak and then gave the valid fall. I mean, like I told you, okay, yesterday I told you, right around here, that this will come down. It's like fucking the structure is literally so clean that I can even see it. But even though I didn't see, I never saw the dual change of character, but still I knew overall the structure is very bearish and it will come. It might trap me, but it will come down, and it did. Okay, literally we took our entry somewhere around here maybe, and it got stopped at maybe around somewhere around here, and I told you that it will come down to this level and see exactly to this point, pinpoint to this zone, pinpoint. See, this is the power of structure. Anyways, one, two, and then speed of 10 30 low, three. It again gives the dual change of character, but we'll come to it. Now it did give a bullish change of character right here. See, so now we'll be looking at bullish side trades. One, so it got played, but it took the liquidity. We'll see the setup actually got played. Okay, it almost made an inducement, like almost tapped into the level, almost. And then this was like the big level, which I was talking about right here, the buying today. See, this was the buying which I discussed in my private group. Not private group, what the fuck? I'm sounding like some guru who's selling some VIP Telegram channels for trade callouts. Like shit. No, no, no. So in the trade room, I sent you this unusual buying. Okay, unusual buying, but this was not unusual at all. This was pure structure. I even realized it pretty quick to the bottom level because I have a tendency, or I always like to validate any point. Like let's say I gave a statement. I'll test my statement that if I would have been a normal viewer, how will I how will I validate my point? That let's say I'm a normal viewer of Precoci trade room. Precoci trade room. So, Precot told me that unusual buying before the London session, stay away, no confirmation, no entry. I'll be like, let's see, like if there are any shit in the levels, pending levels, we never know, right? And sooner or later, Precot told me, no, my bad, no unusual buying, this is double bottom level. So after this message, I would go into the charts. I even do today, okay? And look for like, did I miss anything? So this is 50-50, okay? This is even good at times, and this is even bad at times. So I won't say that everyone do this. No, because I'm patient enough and I am disciplined enough to not trade any like made up levels. So that's why it works in my favor. So that's basically, I don't know if I were able to, if I was able to prove my point or like explain it properly, but this was like the actual level which I'm talking about right here. This is no unusual buying. This is like pure structure. So after this buys, and I since my overall daily bias was selling, that's why I overlooked this buy zone. Okay, that's why the bias didn't even came to my mind, and I'm very fortunate that it works like this, that I like perform like this, because let's say these levels like came out to me. Let's say I was able to spot this change of character. Now what? Now I'll be trading the buys, and maybe I'll take one, two stop loss right here. Not one, two, but one stop loss right here, and then later on, oh wait a second, this is 12 a.m. This would have been like the very first buy, maybe somewhere around here. Let's say price made any good confirmations here. Okay, so this is like the exact confirmation that I always look out for. See, a little range and then one engulfing candle and then follow through candle. So maybe I will take an entry right here. Instead of 5 minutes, I always check the 5 minutes because see, this is a good candle, good engulfing candle. Nice. That would have been my entry. TP would have been simply first TP like this level, which is basically 110 pips. So with a valid 20 pip stop loss, but I have my rule that I always take 30 pip stop loss. So first I will enter with 30 pips and then I will trade it to maybe 20 pips or even break even later. See, it came down to 100 stop loss. So no. Directly I can't do break even. So maybe after risk free on somewhere on here, I will take a full TP later on. So this would have been very good trade. But then again, see, kind of trap more and more times, like equal highs, equal lows, and stuff. Oh, this is like perfect structure. But anyways, now let's talk about after this, and also why did I put this H1 QML A plus? Basically, this was like a change of character level. You put right here, see, on hourly chart. Okay, see, one, two, three, and then one, two, three. It did give a change of character right here, but this was also pending A plus, and sorry, this was also pending TGL1. And now it again turned out to be like QML A plus. So I thought let's try this level out because it's also a valid level. See, price rejected it, like not rejected, but it gave a lot of reactions from this level. See, there are a lot of reactions. That is why I thought let's see if it might play out well because this is like a good price zone. And see, it respected it perfectly. I mean, like literally perfectly. If news went there and if price normally would have touched my this level or maybe this level, today's trade was guaranteed. I mean, trade, I'm guaranteeing my trade, not my profits or loss. Okay, the trade would have been guaranteed. Now, coming back to structure, see, this is like again another dual change of character. Okay, let me just check this out once more. Sells, sorry, sells bullish change of character. Now we are bullish, and then bullish. It did give reaction, good buying, but it failed again. It did give a closing, two candle closing below this level of 3. So now it's dual change of character to bearish once again. So now what? Now these levels will see, holy shit, this was like the perfect sells. perfect cells. Let's see if we got another confirmation. And also one thing I'd like to do is now it's good, right? Now it's good. So let's go to the 1 minute. Perfect engulfing candle, but I think this is 100 pips. I mean, this news, I'm telling you, guys, look at this. These are like the normal candles today, and after news, one, 1 minute candle, it's like 80 pips, 70 pips. See, 170 pips. One news, like one normal 1 minute candle. Look at this, 170 pips. 1 minute candle. Okay, this is 1 minute chart. This is exactly why I avoided this level. Like quite literally, I've avoided this level. But the important thing that I've learned today of my strategy is if there is dual change of character, you should be able to spot it pretty quickly. Like let's say, because see, what I did mistake is I never considered the tentative high from a structural marking or like a tentative low. Now today, I've understood the main importance, importance of tentative highs and tentative lows because those are like one of the most important levels because market may shift again to what was it before. So, so, so there is no confirmation. So even if I let's say mark one value retracement because it was still bearish, right? Or is it not bearish? But let's see. Or I'm talking BS because price is so volatile. It even respected the 1 minute EGLA plus sells this zone, this exact move, and from here, you know what? From this exact point, from this R exact level, market fell 12,000 points. See, this is also a valid like a 5 minute perfect candle, but the stop loss is way too big, and I would call myself a pussy because first thing I wasn't able to spot this dual change of character for a bearish side right after the news hit. I was like, what the fuck did I, what the fuck happened? I didn't even got a chance to play out my, my H1 cells, like A plus cells, but I failed to see, like I told you, I only marked like minimal levels, one, level two, done. I never even considered to mark the tentative highs or the tentative lows. This is where I got fucked. And from now on, I will mark and I will mark it. Okay, I will put up template 25 12 shorts. That's also one important template to save. Okay, I already saved it. This one. Try this one. So select the 12 shorts A. What do you call it? Double bottom. Man, I I would have captured this move. Even if I enter with half of my quantity, like let's say point 0.05. So point 0.05 with 100 pip. Oh, wait a second, almost like 100 pip. 100 pip, let's exact. Let's be precise. So, sorry, it's $45. I can afford this loss because my daily loss was $48, right? So with 0.05, there is no point in booking 50% or doing such BS. It's either full TP or it's either nothing. Full TP would have been like this buys because this was like the only level. See, this was like the only level. These are like very simple normal buys which never even got played. I'll delete this. Very minimal levels, but this was like the major pullback level which I was expecting and I was hoping for. For gold to retrace back because if you look at a daily, I told you the price is unusually high. Now gold will come back to its original form, but in order to continue even more higher, to give this original, like the actual change of character, it needs a pullback. This is the actual pullback. This is not a valid pullback. This is the pullback which it gave today. So everybody set on sells today, maybe news, maybe I don't know. But, the main important thing, it hit our level and it did give a little reaction, but I didn't trade it because holy volatility, holy volatility. Fuck this shit. So main thing today, I failed to spot out this level. Dual change of character. The bottom level. Put it simply. Exact entry 5 minutes because the zone was way too big. 1000 like by based on our entry criteria. What was it? Like the confirmation criteria. It was wait a second. See, if the zone was of more than 40 to 100 pips zone, then you take M5 confirmation candle. Exactly, I've written it down, every single thing, word by word. And see, this is like the exact candle. And the bad thing is, I only spotted it right now as I'm doing my daily analysis. I'm spotting this literally, I'm spotting this right now. See, I don't slack off at my work time, but nothing's guaranteed, right? I only spot this right now, I mean, literally. But the main thing, we never have regrets because some days, no trade is also a good trade. Today, it was one of the days, I mean, quite literally. So let's say from our entry, it is 4,000. We like 400 pips. We would easily capture 0.05. 400 pips is sorry. It's 4,000.05 times 4, $200 easy. Like quite literally easy. But main thing is, see, I never regret that I would have made so much of money if I would have taken this trade, but because I'm forward testing my strategy also in this live market, that is why I need to see the possibilities of what it's actually possible, what it's achievable by the strategy. So that is the only reason why I'm calculating this exact thing. Okay, don't ever think it or don't ever take it negatively because even if you take it, I don't care because I know how I am and how I perform. So it's almost how much? Almost 10,000. Easy for me, like easy phase on clear. Raise move, but no problem since we never thought or considered to mark the tentative lows or tentative high. That is where I missed this level. So fuck it. Today's journal would be like a really good good learning. Now what's left is just a journal. So the download image. This was like the short plan. Since we didn't take any trades, I'll be missing this entry. But since I learned a new thing today, that's the only reason why it was like an M15 zone. I won't call it anything, but it's called good because it's also good that that I didn't take any trades today. Because some people might curse me or like might call me names because I didn't spot this entry. But you know what? I already made up my mind after this big impulse and after those 100 pip 1 minute candles that holy shit, this market is way too volatile and there is also no levels. That is why I'm out. And maybe because of that, I've even saved myself quite a few bucks, okay? Saved myself from drawdown on like forced entries because I clearly didn't see this dual change of character. That is why I never I never took that trade. So no setup, according to me, no trade. So it's good in that way. Dual change. See, I put it right here. Dual change of character. Okay, YouTube. There's no. I'll just put it. Break even. I'll call it break even. Open. No trade today, but a big learning. Ah, what if This is so important thing that I learned today. Even though I know everything, but still, this was like dual change character is very rare. But these days, projection was or like is so weird that it's happening very quite frequently, and this is an important thing. See, market taught me to draw the tentative high as and tentative lows by missing me out on this trade. And basically, I'm so glad to Hanumanji, the big boss, that he saved me from this loss, from today's loss, okay, from this trade, which I took, right, which I was planning to take, okay. He quite literally saved me. So that's very important thing that I learned something without making it a loss. So, but actually, technically, this is a loss, so I missed out on this, but this is not a logical loss. This is one hell of important point. Call it out, bold it out, underline. This is one important thing, baby. One important thing. And also, I was analyzing today's. Is it recording well? Okay, nice. Also, today I was analyzing the Euro USD, which did give the exact same setup. See, I'll tell you. On currency pairs, I'm only planning to trade or like take on H1 and like the big swings. That is why this is like the value structure. So one, two, three, and there was like a good change of character right here, right? And then now I'm marking the level. So one, two. See, I didn't mark the tentative high or tentative low. This is the confirm low one, the confirm low one, change of character again. Okay, from bearish to again bullish, change of character right here. Now we'll be looking at bullish side. So see, this one got played out quite good. How many points? Almost 10 points. This one, okay. And then on the A plus, see, it just quite literally got tapped in. And on one good confirmation, I know it will give confirmation. It gave how much? 15 points, like 10 points it did give minimum. And then again on the, well, I didn't respect the double bottom, but still it did make a dual change of character from bullish to again bearish. See, it was bearish, it became bullish, but then again it was again bearish. Now this is like the first level, which see it got tested a lot of times, but it didn't got played out. And then on the A plus, see, one time, two time, like I know it's at the liquidity, but look at this. Before even taking out my actual entries, it did give like the valid TP. This is like a valid TP, right? To the last confirmed low, and it went down to 78 pips. I mean, this is one important thing, one hell of important thing which market taught me today. First, missing out on this, and second, missing out on this important shit. Quite literally, I missed out on this one. This fucking thing. It's so unusual that it took almost, let's see, it took almost 4 days to give 15,000, like to, you know, to up 3%, 3.46%, but it took only one to, close 3.45% on the negative side. So this is like, Holy hell, holy gold, what a fucking retracement. And I know even my QML pending A plus got tapped, but this was no trade because it's practically like basically news, okay? So now this is like A plus buys, which I'm waiting for. And you know what? Even though price gave a good, okay, no wood candles, a good candle right here, but since this is a very big zone, what the fuck is this zone? Like over 250 pips. That's why I will trade on proper confirmation and I will target like the entire highs, all these highs, because basically look at this. If I catch, see, it's been forming a little good bullish momentum. If I catch these longs, it's easy the price will go at least to this high. Maybe tomorrow I'll look out for bullish entries because if price falls below this level, maybe it might come to test these demands or maybe these because see, equal lows. I'm not a big fan of equal lows and equal highs, but see at the higher time frames, shit works. So let's see. But now, since it's way beyond our trading time, it's almost 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. So I'll be gracefully out of the markets, and I've discussed everything. And also the important announcement is I basically showed you is this one, trade room. So just delete this one, close it, trade room, okay? I know nobody watches my videos, that is why. Even if I leak some links and shit, nobody will try to join. But the main thing which I want to talk about is even though I am not a not a textbook professional trader or like a profitable trader. See, I know I'm a professional trader now, but even though I may not be profitable, but based on all my discipline, all my wins and all my positive and negative, everything, all my ups and downs, I'll be sharing only those insights with which I think is like the most valuable to me and to all the me's, all the precords or all the G's who's present or like who's watching my content, even though my contents are like an hour or 2 hour videos long, nobody will right now at this stage, nobody will even listen to a 2 hour video with basically me talking about markets and those boring things. But you know what? Boring pays. Boring literally pays. And now since I I like to set like absurd goals for myself. If you're wondering what is this, this is like uh, my sister, little sister, Aug3 Puya. She tied me, even though she's not my biological sister, but like I love her very much. And what I was talking about is my goals. Okay, so my goal for this one is not to stay kept at like the trader only, but I want to be a broker at some point. Okay, this is like my ultimate goal. You can say I want to be like a liquidity provider basically, and I'm starting my journey with this. Quite literally, I bought this book on 2023, but I never finished this book. But now, since I'm in this financial markets, I'll be even reviewing books, okay? I'll be even talking about the books and learnings that I am taking because I even read such books, okay? Price action trends and everything. So, and I even taught a few concepts like shaved bars or like the trap trading. And that's basically it. I'll be reviewing every single thing and I have plans to read. Maybe you saw a little glimpse about what's my next read. So that is it. And I already told you my announcement that I've launched my trade room, and it's a very private and very to the work, to the point group. Okay, no unnecessary bullshit. because I'm a professional trader. I'm not like a content creator or like not like any gurus or stuff. I only do my thing. If you wanna do your thing, if you think that I might help you out, like you can reach out to me right here. And I've even dropped my channel link in the description. You might join. But the main thing is I won't approve anyone. Okay, if you're lucky, then you might get it. So that's it. That's the announcement. And today was literally a good day and a good learning day because the world change of character, structure marking. This is like the OG videos. Okay, today's video is like one of the best video. I know I keep saying on every video is like this is the best video, this is the best video. But quite literally speaking, up until now at this point, this exact video is one of the main important videos. Okay, I won't say the best video, but important videos that I've ever created or like ever made. Like based on the structure and like the strategy itself. And also one thing, I'm planning to start some offline business as well. Along like it's like a family business. So there will be a lot of things I may not be able to post consistently, but I'll fucking try because it's been a quite likely it's been a month since I'm posting the content on YouTube. So I won't ditch this thing. And that is it for this video. It's almost an hour long and I won't take much of my time, much of your time, future record, because I know you're fucking busy managing your clients and stuff because you're a big person, right? You handle you handle other people's money. You provide liquidity, so and you're profitable. And also maybe you need to go out on a night drive on a Lamborghini, maybe, or maybe a Ferrari. But I know you will never take a Ferrari for normal fun. I know Lamborghinis are a lot more fun than Ferraris. Ferraris like a flex tool, to flex, like to be elegant, but to be aggressive and raw. Lamborghinis are the fucking best, right? Go ahead, my boy, go ahead. I won't take much of my time either. So that's enough for today. Bye bye.